Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into my podcast, Xena, Life as a Dominatrix. This is episode 30. This will be aired on Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. Today's topic, random topics, part 2. Part 1, I published the very first podcast episode of 2023, but this is part 2. I just have a lot to get off of my chest. This is just me going to be talking about random topics. But before I begin, I basically created this podcast to help people to give out tips, my opinions, to answer any questions people might have, basically to get a lot off of my chest. Plus, it's a good way to communicate to the listeners, to get my voice out there, and I wanted to create a podcast for quite some time. I created this podcast last year, and I can't believe this is already episode 30. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in, subscribing, and if you leave a review, that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you. Also, each and every my podcast episode, I have a link to my Venmo page that leads to the Venmo. Tips are appreciated, but they're not obligated. So thank you very much. So, random topics part 2. I have a couple of recommendations for you all. First, a movie recommendation. Some people have never heard of this movie. I personally enjoy this movie. It's called Preaching to the Perverted. This was filmed in 1996, released in 1997, around that time, mid-90s. It's very 90s, for sure. So a short description of this movie. A computer wizard infiltrates a London sex club to get evidence for a shutdown, but then he falls for the headmistress. The headmistress is played by Guinevere Turner. She did a great job, I think. I just enjoy the movie. I enjoy the drama aspect, the fashion, the music, the visuals, how the scenes are portrayed. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But IMDb gave it a 5.9 out of 10. I would have given it a 9, in my opinion. I think it's a great movie. I forgot how I stumbled upon the movie. I think it was given to me a long time ago. I was like, wow, she looks hot in latex. Guinevere Turner. She gorgeous. Just so gorgeous. She had written, co-written the movie American Psycho with Christian Bale and Chloe Sevigny, and can't remember the rest. Oh, Justin Theroux. I can't pronounce his last name. They all did a great job in the movie for sure, and I love how American Psycho was written, and Guinevere Turner did a great job in writing that movie as well, in acting in this movie, Preaching to the Perverted. So I recommend that movie to check out. It's just a great movie. It's very 90s, and I'm not going to say any more. Just watch it, if you care to. Okay, music review. Some people ask me, what is that playing on the speaker? Usually I play Chris and Cozy. Chris and Cozy is very soothing music, very electronic, a lot of synthesizers. The music is dark and underground. They're a great band for sure. They were formed in 1981. The members of the band came from Throbbing Gristle. Throbbing Gristle is more loud, more experimental, more angry. But they're both great bands for sure. But I tend to listen to Chris and Cozy a lot. It's just more soothing. I like the vocals, the voice, the sounds, and they have made over 10 albums. So yeah, it's pretty great band to check out for sure. And that's what I enjoy playing in my sessions, or just on a regular day, is listening to Chris and Cozy. And I have a lot of bands that I do like to listen to, but up there for me is Chris and Cozy for sure. Okay, a kink book review. Well, I did write a book. I published the book in 2020 called Xena, Life as a Dominatrix. I discuss a lot about kink, but it's more on an autobiographical side. I tell a lot of stories in my book, but there's another book I would like to recommend to you all. It's called The Seductive Art of Japanese Bondage by Midori. Basically, the book illustrates bondage poses, harnesses, hog ties, standing and bent over poses, and so much more. Illustrations are very helpful for bondage beginners for sure. Also, the book discusses methods of bondage, which are quite helpful, and discusses different bondage positions that you could get into with you and your partner. What activities you and your partner can do to enhance the bondage experience. I'm not paid to state these products. They're just for my personal recommendations. Yeah, so I recommend that book. And I have a question of the day. Question of the day. To me from Anonymous. This was actually a question that was told to me in my face, and I didn't take it personal, but I'm always happy to answer questions. And the question was, do you like what you do? So I told the person I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't enjoy it. So the answer is, of course, I enjoy what I do. It's important to do something that you enjoy, that makes you happy, that doesn't stress you out, that puts you in a good, happy place. It's very important for sure. But I was taken aback by the question that was asked. I was like, wow, like, of course I do. There are ups and downs. The downs, I mean, sometimes I feel like a burnout. So sometimes I just want like a week off, or like a vacation to just have me time. And that's totally normal, and that's okay. And I remember back in 2007, it was a different point in my life where I took about like a 6-month break from the whole lifestyle. It's a very long story. Basically, I was with a partner that did not respect what I did. And luckily for me, I broke it off. Because you can't be with a partner that doesn't respect you. That's a red flag for sure. But that was a different point in my life. That was the past, and this is present day. And the answer is yes. I enjoy what I do. But it's very important to do something that puts you in a happy place, a good headspace. What I do could be very euphoric, therapeutic, very sensual, very domineering, depending on my mood and depending on who I play with. So, yeah. So that's the answer to the question. A fetish to discuss. This is the next topic of Random Topics Part 2. A fetish to discuss. Financial domination. This fetish has become quite popular in recent years. Basically, it's a turn on for men to spend their hard-earned money on women. people who are either their partners or people who have no relation to them. Basically, these men enjoy the domination aspect of it, being called a pay pig, having to hand over their money, to take a woman shopping, to buying them gifts, to pampering the woman. Basically, they have titles such as fin sub, a cash cow, a human ATM, a money slave, or a pay pig. They basically give gifts and money to the financial dominant. Her title is a findom, goddess, a brat, a princess, a dominatrix, whatever she titles herself. Is this person offers this particular service. That's what they do. Not all dominatrixes offer this service, but it's become quite the popular fetish. It's also an act of humiliation. A lot of people are into humiliation, and some people are not into humiliation. Some of the women will say, "Oh, you're working for me now. You're working hard to hand over your wallet." So I'd like to give out tips for the ladies and tips for the men. Tips for the ladies: know your worth. Don't act desperate. Posting constantly about giving money, or give me money, or I need money, this and that. Income is incredibly inconsistent, so be prepared for that. Also, don't quit your day job. Important as well. Also, don't knock other models. Sure, the competition is real, but you want to respect your peers as well. Don't brag about your tributes on social media. It could be quite tacky. Some people enjoy showing off hundreds of bills, $100 bills, $50 bills, etc. But that's their choice to post on social media. Tips for the men that are interested in financial domination. Authentication is so important. I would suggest having a cam session at first. There are unfortunately a lot of con artists out there that pretend to be a woman, that will have a woman's photo on their profile, and behind that is a man. And so authentication is very important. So I would suggest having a cam session to communicate face-to-face via webcam or Skype or FaceTime. Also, read if there are any reviews on this person. Set your own limit to how much you can spend. Don't expect to have sex or get a release. It's about the woman's pleasure, not yours. If you're really into it and you just back out, have an explanation as to why you're backing out. Also, remember, this fetish has to be done safely, sanely, and consensually. Very important. So, financial domination is not for everyone. It's definitely a kink. It's a fetish. A lot of men get off on it, and a lot of women get turned on by it as well. So, but authentication, that's pretty much number one, and setting your own boundaries. Also, communication too. So, communicate with the person as well. Very important. So, that's that fetish to talk about. I think I'm done talking about that topic for now. So, this is story time. Next topic, story time. There was a sex worker that shared her client request on BuzzFeed. And basically, she stated that this person, she basically revealed how lonely this person was. Okay, so this is it from BuzzFeed. She stated, I'm an online sex worker, and I think the saddest part is the number of people who are basically totally isolated and reaching out for any sort of connection with another human. COVID has taken a real emotional and social toll on people, and it sucks to see. My opinion, well, people are still isolated. It's very unfortunate. It's important to get out. It's important to socialize. Break that communication barrier. I knew someone who was single. It was just difficult for him to meet someone. Basically, all the women would just stare down at their cell phones or computers. He would try to talk to women at a local cafe in Chicago, but the women were just all very glued to their devices. But now he's with someone. How they met, I'm not sure. I also know someone who hooked up on a dating app. They've been together for years now. In regards to dating apps, some people have said, I've tried it, doesn't work. My advice, try it again. Don't give up. Just go out there. Just do it, what Nike says. I really love that slogan, though. Just do it. What a clever... It's one of the most famous, most memorable slogans ever. Just do it. Don't procrastinate. Just get out there. Sure, it's 2023. Some people are happy single, and that's great. And some people are not happy single. Well, that's up to you to get out there and explore and give a dating app another try. In regards to isolation, yeah, a lot of people are so glued on their computer. They stare at the screen for work or for pleasure, leisure, whatnot. Yeah, so isolation, having a human interaction, human contact can brighten up a day for sure. Yeah, so back in the day, I like to talk about back in the day because I like to talk about the past. I know it's the past, but I like to reminisce about the past. But I like to reminisce things that were much more simpler. It was much more simpler back then. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have computers. Now people are glued. They are totally glued. Here in New York City, people are always looking down. They rely on their device so much. My advice, look up. Personally, when I go for a walk, I walk a lot. I don't listen to music. I don't look at my phone. I don't look down. I just like to look up. I like to look forward. I can't remember. I think it was like a month ago or 2 months ago, but basically this person was walking. Well, luckily there were no cars. But basically this person crossed at a red light. And then the intersection turned green. Basically they were glued to their phone. They were looking down, crossing the street, just looking on their phone, from what I recall. And that happens a lot. And you just have to be careful, because the car can come out of fucking nowhere. But here's a little challenge. This would be a little challenge. How about put your phone down for a day? Do a phone fast. Even a technology fast for one day. No computer, no TV, no phone. I challenge you. So try to live without technology for one day. And is it possible? And do you really depend and rely on your device that much? Hmm. That would be a fun challenge. Pick up a book, an actual book, hardcover book. When the Kindle devices came out, um, I can't remember what year, but when the Kindle devices came out, I couldn't, like, it was hard for me to read a book online for sure. Now now personally, I have my book that's available hardcover as well as a Kindle version. But back then, it was difficult to read a book, to get my eyes adjusted to a book, looking at, reading it online on a tablet. But now it's like, your eyes are just used to it. But actually pick up a book. Listen to music. Okay, I won't knock music. How about listen to music, pick up a book, turn off the computer, turn off the TV, turn off your phone for one day. That would be quite the challenge, quite the fast. Yeah. So I think I've covered it all for this podcast episode of Random Topics Part 2. I don't have any news stories to discuss this time, but the one previous episode I discussed, the Florida Dominatrix wanting almost $1 million from the county to fund her dungeon, and I'm not sure if she got that money or not. I'm just still curious about that. Just curious. Yeah. And then also there's so many other movies, going back to movies and music. So many other movies, kinky movies out there, and books, literature, lots of neat experimental bands to listen to while you're in a play scene or a session. Just listen to whatever the fuck you want. So, even like funk music, like Prince. Prince has some awesome songs, and some of his lyrics are very sexual to get you in the mood. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed listening to this particular podcast episode of Xena Life as a Dominatrix, episode 30. I think I covered it all for this episode. So thank you all for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.